you fight how you spar. You spar how you fight. And if I'm in there just doing this, catch, then when the fight come and everything is full blast, full speed, I'm not gonna be able to keep up because I didn't train that way.
Right.
I can hit the bag, I can hit the mitts, all that I want, but nothing's coming back.
Right.
I'm not feeling that presence of a person pushing me, hitting me, holding me, things like that. So sparring is very important.
You fight the way you spar the way you fight. And if I'm in there just doing this, catch, then when the real fight comes, when everything's at full blast, full speed, I won't be able to keep up, because I never trained that way, right? I can hit the bag, I can hit the mitts all I want, but nothing's coming back at me, is it? I'm not feeling that presence, someone pushing me, striking me, holding me down, testing me in those ways. So, yeah, sparring is absolutely crucial.
My coach, he used to get mad, like, you need to focus on one stance and doing it right before you start switching. You ain't even got the orthodox stance down pat all the way, and then you trying to go southpaw. I'm like, all right. Then I go orthodox, and then in the fight, boom, I switch, then I switch back. He like, stop switching. And then I win the fight like that.
Sparring partners are selected like study guides, mirroring rhythms, mimicking angles, while altitude runs bake endurance deep into his lungs, and a careful plan, quiet yet deliberate, adds the extra weight without stealing his snap. All the while, he trains against a hidden ledger, one nobody else sees. A ledger filled with slights, underestimates, and that relentless hunger, the kind that refuses to settle for being remembered. It demands to be unforgettable.
When did he stop telling you to stop switching?
When I was winning. He was like, all right, since I can't stop you from switching, we just gonna train that way. So yeah, if you do 4 rounds, you're gonna do 2 rounds southpaw, you're gonna do 2 rounds orthodox. That's just how we started training.
On Joe Rogan's show, Crawford explained, sparring, with a kind of raw honesty that makes you understand why he's so dangerous. For him, sparring isn't just a light workout or a warm-up, it's the battlefield before the battlefield. 3 days a week, he subjects himself to sessions that mirror the full intensity of a real fight, because, in his mind, you fight exactly how you spar. Hitting the bag or the mitts, he said, can't prepare you for the pressure of another man trying to impose his will, holding you, striking you, pushing you, testing every limit.
And not saying that you have to, go hard every single time you spar, but there gotta be days where, that fighter is trying to put it on you, because now you're getting used to that, and now your body is getting in shape to withstand the rounds, the time, the grappling, the holding, the hitting, all that. So you need.
That's why his sparring is intense, unforgiving, real. It's in those grueling rounds, not beneath the glamour of gym cameras, where Crawford sharpens the instincts and toughness that carry him under the bright lights. And, in his own words, if you coast in sparring, you'll drown on fight night. For Crawford, every round isn't practice, it's preparation for survival.
How do you judge when you're doing too much hard sparring?
Your body will tell you. I'm a firm believer listening to my body.
Since the very beginning, Crawford's bond with his coaches has gone beyond business, it's family. These aren't just trainers shouting instructions from the corner, they've been with him since he was a kid, watching him grow from a hungry boy throwing wild punches in the gym to the pound-for-pound king. That's why they know him inside and out, sometimes even better than he knows himself. They can sense when his body is breaking down, hear it in the way he breathes, or catch it when his footwork falls just half a beat slower.
So, they've been around me since I was a kid, so they know when my body is breaking down, or when I'm complaining about something. Bo would be like, all right, well, we're going to do this today. Or we're going to do this today. And I'll be like, man, what? He'd be like, we're going to do this today. I'd be like, man, I don't want to do that, man. I want to work. Because as a fighter, I want to work hard every day.
Crawford might want to push, spar, and grind every single day, but his coaches know when to pull him back, when to say, enough. Today, you rest. It's a trust built over decades, one Crawford never questions, because he knows their eyes are sharper than his own instincts. And in a sport where overtraining can ruin a career, that lifelong connection is what keeps him balanced, fresh, and dangerous when the lights come on fight night.
Days they gonna say, man, you ain't got no energy today. Did you eat? Some days I'll be like, no, I need to eat before I came. Oh, I can tell, or you moving kind of slow. You all right? So it's very important that you be honest with your coaches as well.
He trims smart weeks ahead, adjusting meals, timing his training, and walks in calm while everyone else is suffering. For him, the scale isn't a battlefield, it's just a formality. That's the hidden edge of his discipline. The fight doesn't begin at 168, it begins months earlier, when most of his rivals are still scrambling to catch up with their own bodies.
So when you weigh in, that's natural.
Yeah, and like the day of the weigh-ins, I'm not cutting none.
That's beautiful.
I used to have to cut like 5 pounds in the morning of the weigh-ins.
And did you feel that the next day?
Nah, not really. Sometimes.
He trims smart weeks ahead, adjusting meals, timing his training, and walks in calm while everyone else is suffering. For him, the scale isn't a battlefield, it's just a formality. That's the hidden edge of his discipline. The fight doesn't begin at 168, it begins months earlier, when most of his rivals are still scrambling to catch up with their own bodies.
Try to make weight, at least the night before. So I can sleep as long as possible till the weigh-ins and, go from there.
Man, Crawford's over here freezing himself in ice baths like he's training for a polar bear championship, and then, boom, he switches gears because Jaron "Boots" Ennis just dropped his side of the Canelo sparring story. And let me tell you, this ain't your average sparring tale. Boots is out here talking about fishing with Canelo like it's some kind of vacation package. But don't get it twisted, his first fight at 154 is coming, and he's saying knockout like it's already penciled in on the schedule. Best part? He doesn't care about backlash, Twitter trolls, or the rumor mill.
Yeah. People gonna kill me if I don't. How was the work?
The work was great. The work was great. Like I said, I had a great time. We was having fun. I love being in there with Canelo. It was a great thing.
That's savage. A fighter's locked in when sparring with the face of boxing is just another Tuesday. You, me, we all gotta admit, that's the kind of confidence that makes the whole division spicy. And let's be real, not everybody even gets the chance to share rounds with Canelo, let alone walk out grinning like it was a spa day. Boots came back like, yeah, it was cool. I caught some fish, traded hands with a legend, no big deal. That's crazy confidence. Most fighters would frame that sparring glove and retell the story at every barbecue for the rest of their lives. But Boots? He's already eyeing October 11th like, nah, the real history starts now. And you and I both know, when a fighter treats Canelo sparring like warm-up laps, he's cooking up something dangerous for fight night.
Do you expect this kind of attention from a sparring session?
I already knew it was gonna go crazy. Once we posted the pic, I'm like, yo, this junk gonna go everywhere. We kind of figured it, and it kind of, I guess you could say it made the fight more interesting.
Man, just when you thought the Ennis talk had the room shaking, Shakur Stevenson slid in like, hold my Gatorade, I got something to say. And yo, the way he clapped back at Punch Drunk. That wasn't a debate, that was a verbal uppercut. Watching it felt less like boxing talk and more like two dudes about to bet the rent money on push-ups. And Shakur, he's smooth with it, calm voice, steady tone, but you can tell he's daring somebody to test him. I swear, bro had that look like, say one more slick word, and I'm pulling out receipts.
I think that it's gonna come down to the IQ and the skill of Bud anyway. I think that Canelo in that high guard, and once Bud turns southpaw and stay long on him, I think that's gonna be a real big problem.
We, the fans, eat this energy up, because it's not just fights in the ring anymore. It's chess games on the mic. It's pride checks. It's I'll out-talk you before I outbox you. And if you ask me, that kind of confidence says everything about where Shakur's head is at, sharp, fearless, already plotting 3 moves ahead. The wild part? He's talking about Crawford versus Canelo like he's scouting a backyard sparring session for the weekend. No fear. All IQ. You can feel that swagger radiating through the screen, like, yeah, I see the giants, I see the hype, but I'm still calling my shots. And honestly, we've all been living for these moments, when somebody flat out refuses to stay quiet.
Like I said, skills win fights and weight don't, man.
But that's Canelo though.
Man, I don't care. That's Bud.
I know that's
Bud,
but that's Canelo though.
The way you just said Canelo name, you gotta say Bud name the same.
Bud for 147, 154, but that's Canelo 168.
And Shocker's doing it with style, no filter, all confidence. You almost forget he's talking boxing and not running for mayor with the way he carries himself. Best part? You can see he's having fun, tossing out verbal combos while never losing sight of the real prize. Respect, both in the ring and in the conversation. Yo, now hold up. Just when you thought the cosmic energy and divine vibes talk was peak spicy, Alonso Gomez slides in dropping truth bombs hotter than a Canelo uppercut. And this ain't some outsider's take. The man shared the ring with Canelo. He's lived it, felt the power, seen the chaos up close. Then he casually predicts Crawford might not just dance with Canelo, but stunt him. Maybe even send him to dreamland mid-fight. I'm telling you, we've heard wild predictions before, but this one? It's got that, wait, did he just say that, kind of energy.
Canelo is going to win. But I predict that Crawford is going to stunt him, drop him, something like that nobody has ever done. That's what I predict. That in itself could make Crawford get a split decision or a majority decision.
You can feel the swagger. I'm leaning in because Alfonso isn't sugarcoating. He's breaking down patterns, hooks, and cosmic vibes like he's running a boxing psychic hotline. Funniest part? He's serving up straight Canelo power meets Crawford's divine watch fireworks energy without ever needing an asterisk or disclaimer. I swear you watch this and think, yo, I need popcorn and holy water. And don't sleep on how Alonso frames it. Canelo as a massive ball of raw power, Crawford as a precise little sphere of calculation. He's basically turning the fight into a physics lesson, with knockout potential. I can already picture us yelling at the screen, Crawford timed that hook, like we're in the corner coaching. What Alonso's really giving us is that secret sauce, insight into footwork, energy, mindset, that makes you realize this fight isn't just fists. It's chess on steroids.
But I see Canelo winning on a split decision, majority decision, because it's going to be a close fight, and Crawford is going to stunt him or do something like that. That's what I.
Is Canelo still as good as the one that you fought in the ring?
I think he's better. Yeah, I think he has fine-tuned his style.
And that part about Canelo getting under his own skin? Bro, that's comedy and drama rolled into one. Because you know Crawford's just gonna stay calm, collected, probably sipping water while plotting the perfect shot. Man, this isn't just a fight we're watching. It's shaping up to be a cinematic moment where skill meets soul. And maybe, just maybe, Crawford flips the script. At the end of the day, what we've got here isn't just a matchup. It's a clash of styles, energies, and mindsets. Crawford's precision, discipline, and divine calm versus Canelo's raw power, commercial swagger, and fight IQ. Fireworks, plain and simple, you feel me? This isn't just about punches landing. It's about timing, awareness, and who holds the mental edge when that first bell rings. And yo, don't forget, we've got insights straight from the people who've been there, shared the ring, and lived those moments. They're dropping the cheat codes. So drop your thoughts in the comments. Who's taking it? Crawford's divine calm or Canelo's chaotic power? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Champ Fight. We're cooking up content like this every week, and trust me, you don't want to miss the next round of heat. See you in the next one, fight fans.